All right. Good evening, everyone. We are live. Thank you for joining us tonight. This is Webisode 11, and we are so happy to have our next 2025 Scholarship Award recipient. We'll have him introduce himself, but first I'll turn it over to Natavia after introducing myself. For those who don't know me, my name is Sharita Crawford. I am the COO for the Deja T. Crawford Foundation and Deja's proud aunt. And with that, I'll turn it over to Natavia.
So, hello everyone. I'm Natavia Frazier. I am the executive director for the Deja T. Crawford Foundation, as well as a member of the scholarship review committee. Um, it is always an honor to come on here and talk about the great things that these recipients have done. Um, I'm Deja's mother, for those that don't know. So it is very, very, I should say, rewarding to have students that symbolize some of the things that Deja was interested in. So um, I'm excited to get started. I'm gonna let our student introduce itself.
Hello, my name is Xavier Guardo. I'm going to be a musical theater major at Howard University in this upcoming fall, and I'm starting my freshman year.
Awesome. Um, so what I like to do is give everybody an example of the things that we require for each student to submit for their applications. So we require that each student have at least a 2.5 GPA. They have to submit an essay. Also, they have to submit either an additional essay or some kind of piece if they're a journalism student. And if they're a performing arts student, they have to submit a video showcasing their talent. Um, and so Xavier, let me get into what he has done so far. Um, demonstrates excellence academically as well as artistically. He has a 3.45 GPA with academic honors, various awards musically, and one of them includes second place states for the trombone. So I'm curious to know because that is not what you're doing on the video that you submitted. I'm curious to know how many instruments do you know how to play? Because I see quite a bit.
Piano was the very first instrument that I've ever played, right? So naturally piano, and as everyone will see, I also have it on the live. Voice, if you count that an instrument. Trombone, I played the ukulele in the fourth grade, but that was mandatory. But I'm gonna count that. But uh, yeah, I think that's about it. But I'm also teaching myself guitar.
Okay, amazing. Um, again, we're gonna get into your video pretty soon here, but um, in your essay, you talked about how powerful the performing arts are because they reflect real human experience.
Exactly.
So, can you give me an example of that?
Yeah, of course, of course. So, hmm, I guess for me, in turn, in like my own experiences, When I watch a movie, right? A movie that I really like. An example being the movie Whiplash, right?
Mhm.
It's about a abusive teacher and his student, and their both of their love for music, right? But both of their love for music becomes all consuming, right? And that all consuming kind of drive ends up corrupting the main character, Neiman, the student, right? And I guess for me, uh, how I view it as a reflection of myself is I can be that teacher sometimes. For me, I don't believe in anything as a perfect performance. After every show I've done, after every piece I've done, after every video I post online, I look back at it, then I go like, oh my gosh, this is hot trash. This is terrible. I can always do better. I can always be better, right? Um, which you need that critique to some degree, right? But when you begin to critique yourself and only critique yourself and you lose the reason why you're critiquing yourself, you become blinded by your inability rather than to have your ability shine. And for me, that's what movies and plays and musicals are. They're just a reflection of individuals' lives because you can't have a good story without relatability.
That was a
Very
great
well said.
movie. Absolutely. That was a great movie as well.
I can't recall the movie. I mean, I'm sure I've seen it. I'm one of those people that, I have to see the movie and be like, oh yeah, I did see this. So
Yeah.
but very well said. So one other thing I do have to point out, and it is good that Nathaniel is on here. One of your parents are military.
Yeah, both of them are. Both of them
Oh,
are.
both of them are.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, I have to honor them because myself and Nathaniel both are Army vets.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, my dad was in the army. Both my parents are retired, but my dad was in the army. We very much have like an Air Force versus Army thing going on, right?
Oh
In the
yeah.
household. So yeah.
Awesome.
Hmm.
So, your performance video that you sent in, I have to tell you that right away you drew me in. Like I was like, wow, I want to see more. Like I can really, really see you on stage, performing and just capturing the audience.
Thank you
So,
so much.
myself and the other members of the review committee, we all agree, that your your introduction, so to speak, right, was um that thing that said, yes, I would like to see more of him. And so we're gonna have Sharita probably Sharita play it, and then afterwards we'll get a little bit more into.
Yep. Well, before we do that, since Nathaniel did speak, let's have him introduce himself and if he has any questions before we play the video.
Well, I just want to say hello, everyone. I'm having some technical difficulties with my laptop. I don't know why my camera won't turn on, but it won't. But it's good to be here with you guys. Xavier, congratulations on
Thank you so much.
scholarship. I was reading your essay, and I definitely loved a lot of the things that you said, especially how you talked about being a biracial child. You decided to not let that be a hindrance, but
Mhm.
rather you're using it to your advantage as opening up, I'm sorry, to open up other people's viewpoints about those types of things. And that's considered something that a lot of people don't look at. It's like a unconscious bias, if you will, in a lot of different angles and different parts of this pursuit of life. And for you to embrace that, I applaud you for that. I have students in New York that have had similar situations, and the ones that have persevered have a like-minded attitude that you have. So definitely congratulations on that. I know it's not easy, especially in 2025, with the collegiate climate, the way that things are. But that's why we as men, we persevere, we push, and we move on. And so I applaud you for that. And I just can't
Thank
wait
you
to
so
get into
much.
your talent. As the CEO, I'm not allowed to see your admissions.
Mhm.
So I'm excited, like everybody else, to see what you can do, brother.
Thank you so much.
All right. Well, without further ado, let me share my screen and we can take a look at Xavier's talent.
One thing I'm passionate about, aside from theater, is making people feel good with the power of music. You hear that, piano? It was just two lovers sitting in the car, listening to Blonde, falling for each other. Pink and orange skies, feeling super childish, no Donald Glover. Missed call from my mother. Like, where you at tonight? Got no alibi. I was all alone with the love of my life. She's got glitter for skin, my radiant beam in the night. I don't need no light to see you shine. It's your golden hour. Oh, you slow down time in your golden hour.
See how he gave us that tease there? Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Amazing. Nate, you
It's
want to go first?
it's so funny. The first thing I thought of, I was like, man, a duet with him and Deja would have been awesome. Definitely. Um, Outstanding. Absolutely outstanding.
Thank you so much.
You made me feel like I was like in on Broadway and on and 44th Street at one of the shows over here. Um, I'm blown away. I definitely thank God for your talent and for how you've embraced it and nurtured your craft. And I just can't wait to see what you do in the future for sure.
Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Natavia, I know you have some words.
Well, I mean, I'm always amazed that you know, people when they have this talent, right? And the fact that you're using that to pursue your dreams and you're teaching, you know what I'm saying? So that right there is the very thing that Deja wanted to do. She loved music, she had that artistic like voice where, she was going to use it to help people, to show the world, that you can create and be who you want to be, right? And it's not always about fame, like you were saying in your essay. And so I just think that you're gonna do very well. I can see it. I mean, I'm like, I do. I just want to be in the front row. Like, I know him, you know.
Thank you
Uh,
so much.
yeah, I think presentation is everything. And you have it. You have it.
Thank you so much.
Love that. And I would just say, don't forget the little people, Xavier, as you go up, up, up. But we always keep in touch with our recipients, and we call it the TDTCF alum. And, we just like to check on everyone. We don't want to just give you money and say, okay, there you go, have a good life. We really do care about the recipients that we have. And, we followed up on some of our past recipients that have done well and continuing to do well. So we'll be following up with you as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, we had a young lady earlier in the week who
Yeah,
is also going to Howard.
yeah, for musical theater. Yeah, I think I've seen her in one of my audition rooms. I am terrible with names though.
Brooklyn. Brooklyn,
Brooklyn,
Mass.
Brooklyn, Brooklyn.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you never know, you might see a familiar face when you
Yes,
get
ma'am.
to Howard.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And that is one thing that we do also, because we know that connections are very important. Networking is
Right.
important. So when we see students from a same college, we like to connect them, because you never know. There may be, opportunities to become your sister or brother for life, or, you just never know. So we always like to make sure that as you're going through college, if there's an opportunity to have someone that connects with some of the things that you connect with, or like-minded ideas, is always a pretty good idea.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well, if there's no further questions, I can go into our announcements, but I'll just make sure no other comments from Natavia or Nathaniel first.
No, I would just like to say that again, Xavier, congratulations on the work that you're doing, and the power of connection is so important in a collegiate experience, because a lot of times you're away from home, it's just you, and to have that support, as Sharita was saying, how we link the students together through the foundation, and you guys are definitely Deja T. Crawford Foundation alumni from here going forward. It's cool, and it's good to have a commonality and familiarity with some people that are in your peer group. So definitely, I would suggest taking advantage of that for sure.
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
The only thing I have left to say is it's your golden hour, right? So congratulations on receiving the scholarship,
Thank you
and
so
I'm
much.
I'm pretty confident that you will do well.
Thank you so much. That means a lot.
All right. So let's get into some of our what we call TDTCF announcements. And as we stated, we always want everyone to know what we do. And as you can see here, it says helping to make dreams come true. And with that, we always look into the legacy of Deja. As Natavia mentioned, performing arts was definitely her first love, and she was in college at the time as a journalism major. So that's why our scholarships are in performing arts and journalism, because those were her favorites. And we provide those to high school seniors and college freshmen. So to learn more about us, we do have our QR code up here, or you can go to our website, which is tdtcfoundation.org. And these are how you can connect with us. These are all of our social media handles. We have majority of the major ones. We know there are more out there, but this is enough for us to handle right now with the major handles. So feel free to follow us and keep up to date with not only our recipients, but events and any announcements that we have coming up. Speaking of announcements, we are looking for volunteers for the Royal Oak Arts Beats and Eats. We are going to have another beverage booth. We had a blast at the Royal Oak Taco Fest, so we've been offered to come back and volunteer at the Arts Beats and Eats. So if you are interested, from August 29th through September 1st, let us know. We'll be sending out a greater communication in more detail, but just giving you a heads up that there are some volunteer opportunities. And next Thursday, 1 week from today, we'll have our last webisode for the year with our last recipient, Michael Blake Slaughter. So make sure you tune in next Thursday at 7 p.m. for webisode 12. And if you happen to be on Facebook, there's always an opportunity to have a birthday fundraiser. We ask you to consider our foundation. I believe you have at least 2 weeks beforehand where Facebook actually starts asking you, do you want to do a birthday fundraiser? So we would just ask that you consider us. We do thank those for considering us that have had their birthday fundraisers using our foundation, and we hope that you do the same. And these are other ways to donate. These are our primary ways to donate of Cash App, Zelle, and PayPal. We find those to be the easiest for everyone, and we appreciate anyone that would like to make a donation. And you can also, again, go to our website, which is tdtcfoundation.org, and you can donate there as well. And last but not least, next week we will have a special guest, and this special guest will provide something that they are gifting to all of our 2025 Scholarship Award recipients. So stay tuned for that. And we just thank everyone for joining us tonight. Xavier, any last words from you? Congratulations again.
Yeah, just I want to thank everybody, you guys, my parents, especially my mom for recording the video. The take took a long time, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. Natavia, Nathaniel, any last words from you guys?
I just want to remind everyone that although we've had a really hot summer, hoodie season is around the corner. So make sure you go to our website and check out the merch that's available. Um, we have a great product that we are offering at a very modest price. So definitely check it out. There's nothing cooler than when you see like an entire family at one of the functions, like Sharita said, Arts Beats and Eats. It would be cool for some of you guys to come up to our booth wearing our merch. So we just look forward to that and thank you guys in advance for your support.
Absolutely. Again, Xavier, congratulations. And that's all I have.
All right. Well, thanks everyone again for tuning in tonight. Don't forget to tune in next Thursday at 7 p.m. We'll see you then. Another episode 11. Have a good night.
Good night, everyone.
Am I good to leave or what happens now?